The Makers in Minnesota holiday gift box is something I've been thinking about for a long time. I'm Stephanie Hansen, and the whole reason I do the podcast is to introduce people to the cool maker scene happening in the Twin Cities. I love being the one to tell you to buy the soda crackler candles because they smell amazing, or to try the nuts of the north from Isadore Nuts because not only will they be the best chai nuts you've ever had, but 50% of her workforce are people with disabilities. Tasha's company is helping people reach their goals by teaching them life skills, and that's not something you might know just looking at the package. Bear Honey is all about the bees, of course, but I specifically chose their vanilla and hot honeys as they are wonderful for baking or on a cheese board, and Lost Capital Hot Sauce is a fermented sauce. These guys are so entertaining to listen talk about hot sauce, and they mentor other sauce creators in town to share the love. K-Mama's sauce, Korean ketchup, has long been a favorite of mine, as has Heather's Dirty Goodness seasoning that adorns my Thanksgiving turkey every year. Even something as simple as fresh peanut butter turns into magic when you add apples and cinnamon, and it's 100% fresh, no preservatives. Cheryl has made this batch just for me and for you, and Gustola granola has been a personal favorite of mine for a long time, as well as BT McElrath Salty Dog Bites and their Annie B caramels. Even sponges are superior when made in Minnesota, right? And if you haven't tried biltong yet, you know, the jerky that is marinated with 6 timeless ingredients that are then air-dried and thinly sliced to perfection with no added sugars. The result is a truly authentic Minnesota-made snack by way of Southern Africa, and the first 150 boxes sold will find a bonus bag in their box. All of the products in the Makers in Minnesota box were curated by me due to their tastiness or the stories that made them uniquely Minnesotan. And each of these folks have shared their story with me on the Makers in Minnesota podcast. We're going into our 4th season, and there are lots of boxes you can buy out there to ship to friends and family. But please consider the one that's made in Minnesota and curated by me so you can share the stories through the podcast of these makers. Boxes are $65 and can be found at loveminnesotabox.com/gifting or by the link on my website at stephaniesdish.com, or you can also find links to order on the Makers in Minnesota Facebook page. Delight in 12 Minnesota-made items and share your love of the great maker community in our state and help support the makers that make it great. Boxes are $65 and can be found at loveminnesotabox.com/gifting, or you can also find links to order on the Makers in Minnesota Facebook page. Hi, this is Stephanie Hansen with the Makers of Minnesota, and we've been talking a lot about this holiday gift box that we're really excited about. We have our friend Justin Henke, and he has 2 things in the box. Justin, you're the only one that has 2 things. Oh, wait, Bear Honey has 2 jars of honey, but you've got BT McElrath chocolates with the Salty Dog Bite, and then you also have Annie B's caramels. How did you end up to be the owner of 2 such remarkable brands?
Well, pretty blessed, I guess, at the right place at the right time with both companies, and had the opportunity to acquire them. And so I took the risk and jumped in, and yeah, we ended up with 2 awesome products.
You're kind of like Willy Wonka in the candy world here.
Yep, I tell everyone when I give them a tour here that I'm giving them the Willy Wonka tour.
I bet you do. So Annie B's caramels are just a delicious homey caramel, and it's made here, which made me excited about it. And then the BT McElrath chocolates, I just felt like they are the iconic Minnesota chocolate bar. That Salty Dog, I just can't get enough of it.
Yeah. Yep. Both are top 2 sellers, actually, and my favorites as well. And I can't take credit for making them, but the founders did a fabulous job in creating an awesome product that's been around and great locally and great local support behind it. So,
and you've added popcorn too to the lineup, haven't you?
We have, yep. Caramel corn is a big seller that we use, kind of our same caramel recipe on the caramel corn. We don't skimp on coating it, so it's really heavily coated and very delicious. And cheddar cheese we started making and kind of combining those 2 together as well. That's really grown for us. And through COVID, actually, we started doing a lot of R&D and came up with some kettle corn and different things as well that we're launching. So,
Yum, that sounds delicious. Where will we be able to find that?
a lot of local places around here, little gift shops, like the Patinas of the world.
Sure.
And some hardware stores and places like that are starting to pick it up. So
The Frattallones, perhaps?
hopefully.
They're always so good with carrying a local product. So I'm excited about that. Well, thank you for being in the box, Justin. I'm really appreciative to have you, and I'm looking forward to being able to introduce people to your products.
Yeah, you bet. Thanks for having us and for the support locally. It helps us. We love being able to work with local people as much as we can and create jobs. That's what we're all about.
Absolutely. And I appreciate that. We'll talk soon.
All right. Thanks.
Okay.
So much.
Bye-bye.
Bye.